I call upon the spirit of the owl, messenger of wisdom. Welcome to the Temple of the Owl. Merry meet seekers of knowledge, for I am Matt's Owl, your host through the mystic realms. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Here at the Temple of the Owl, we're going to discuss the miracle of the Loretto Staircase. This is where we talk about magic and spirituality on all levels, but it's through the perspective of a modern witch. As always, these are just ideas to help you guys think about things a little differently. Take the information and do what you want with it. Thank you guys for listening on the YouTube and the Spotify. A special thank you if you're listening on the Troubled Minds Radio Network, KUAP Digital Broadcasting. Thank you for everyone supporting me in that group, and I hope you guys are having a good time and having a good day today. So, thank you guys for listening on there. I want to start the show with what I call the MOD, or the message of the day. And it's a little quote I find that helps me explain the show topic. And today's quote is, "For those who believe, no explanation is necessary. For those who do not believe, no explanation will suffice." And sometimes it's this guy, St. Thomas Aquinas, that is kind of associated with that quote. And I really like that because it kind of talks about how there's like a divide between faith and skepticism. And it's more likely, it's inspired by those theatrical works. So let's discuss this miracle and what it means. So if you guys don't know about this, we're going to talk about this. In the heart of Santa Fe, there stands a staircase that defies logic, physics, and explanation, built by an anonymous carpenter who vanished without a trace. It spirals into the realm of the miraculous and the magical. Was it the hand of a divine saint, a master craftsman, a genius, or could it be something else entirely? Tonight we explore the Loretto Staircase and its curious connection to belief, miracles, and the occult. So let me ask you, what would you do if an architectural impossibility appeared before your eyes, crafted by an anonymous stranger who disappeared without a trace? The staircase defines physics, shrouded in faith, mystery, and whispers of the divine. Was it a miracle or something more? The miracle of the Loretto Staircase is a fascinating story, tied to this chapel in Santa Fe, New Mexico. The chapel was built in the 19th century. It initially lacked a staircase to the choir loft, which was 22 feet above the floor. Carpenters of the time were baffled by the challenge of constructing a staircase in a small space without compromising the chapel's interior design. The construction of the Loretto Chapel itself, the story, is steeped in determination and devotion. Even before the legendary staircase was built, the Loretto Chapel was commissioned in 1873 by the Sisters of Loretto, a Catholic order that had come to Santa Fe to establish schools and spread education. It was part of Archbishop Jean-Baptiste Lamy's larger vision of introducing a French-style Gothic architecture into the region. Inspired by the great cathedrals of Europe, French architect Antoine Molly was hired to design the chapel. His plan was modeled after Saint Chapel of Paris, featuring a Gothic revival style with tall spires, stained glass windows, and intricate vaulted ceilings. The stained glass windows were crafted in Paris and shipped to New Mexico via wagon. The significant logistical feat in the 19th century. Construction began in 1873, but faced numerous difficulties due to the region's remote location and lack of advanced building resources. Tragically, Antoine Molly died during the construction, leaving the project unfinished. His son tried to carry it out, but he could not solve one critical problem. There was no staircase to the choir loft. The narrow interior space of the chapel made traditional staircase designs impossible, and the project seemed doomed in this regard. Despite the staircase issue, the chapel was constructed in 1878, becoming the first Gothic-style buildings in the west of the Mississippi. Its beauty and detail, particularly the stained glass and the vaulted design, set it apart as a masterpiece of faith and craftsmanship. It wasn't until a mysterious carpenter arrived at the final piece, the staircase was completed, ensuring the chapel's functionality. The chapel's story, especially its challenges, symbolizes the perseverance of faith and the sisters' unwavering trust in divine providence. The subsequent miracle of the staircase only highlighted its mystique, transforming the Loretto Chapel into a pilgrimage site for the faithful and the curious alike. According to the legend, the sisters of Loretto prayed a novena to the Saint Joseph, a patron of carpenters. The sisters of Loretto, they prayed to this Saint Joseph. It reflects their deep faith and reliance to the divine intervention. After the completion of the Loretto Chapel in 1878, they realized that they needed to have this staircase to the loft. Without modern solutions like elevators or compact designs, the problem seemed unsolvable. The sisters, being women of faith, turned to prayer. They began a novena, a 9-day prayer devotion to Saint Joseph. Their prayers were said with specific intention and finding a solution to the staircase problem, trusting Saint Joseph to interlude and provide guidance and assistance. According to the legend, at the conclusion of the novena, a man arrived at the chapel with a donkey and a simple toolbox, offering to build the staircase. He worked alone in secrecy and used only rudimentary tools and wooden pegs, completing the staircase in what many consider a miraculous feat. Once the staircase was finished, the carpenter disappeared without accepting payment or revealing his identity. For the sisters, the completion of the staircase was a direct response to their prayers, seen as an act of divine intervention by Saint Joseph. The novena underscores the role and the faith of the preservations of the face of the challenges, a theme resonant in Catholic traditions and even in magical practices, where intent or focused energy is the key. On the final day, the mysterious carpenter arrived, built the staircase. The resulting staircase is an architectural marvel. It makes 2 full 360-degree turns, has no central support column. It was originally built without handrails. They were added later. The wood's origin is also mysterious, as it was found to be a type not native to the area. After completing the staircase, the carpenter vanished without seeking payment. The staircase was described as miraculous due to its unique design, engineering mastery, and the circumstances of the construction. While modern architects have offered explanations for how it might have been built, the story continues to inspire wonder and devotion. The story of the Loretto Staircase has captivated people for over a century due to its mix of mystery, craftsmanship, and spirituality. The staircase has 33 steps, a number that's often symbolic of the age of Jesus Christ at his crucifixion. It forms a perfect double helix design. The engineers and architects have long debated how it could remain structurally sound without a central support. Some speculate that the inner spiral itself acts as the central support due to its precision. The wood used is spruce, but tests revealed it has an unknown subspecies not found in New Mexico, leading to the speculation that it was specially sourced or somehow miraculously provided. Witness described the carpenter as a quiet man with a humble demeanor. He worked alone, using basic tools. Over time, many have speculated that the carpenter was St. Joseph himself, answering the sisters' prayers. While some skeptics believe the staircase could have been the work of a skilled and undocumented carpenter, the methods and the materials remain puzzling. The lack of nail or glues aligns with the older carpentry techniques that makes the staircase's durability impressive. Some engineers argue that the staircase's apparent lack of central support is an optical illusion created by tightly coiled woodwork. The Loretto Staircase is not just an architectural marvel, it's viewed as a symbol of faith and divine intervention. A miracle is traditionally defined as an event that transcends natural laws, often seen as evidence of divine intervention. However, the perception of what constitutes the miracle varies widely. It's often considered a miracle because the perfect timing of the carpenter's arrival after the sisters' prayers, and the unexplained engineering marvel of the staircase's construction. The carpenter's mysterious disappearance and the unknown source of materials. To those with faith, the staircase is proof of divine, an answer to the prayer and manifestation of St. Joseph's intercession. Belief acts as a lens through which the event is interpreted. It aligns with the idea that miracles are not only physical events, but also spiritual affirmations, reinforcing one's trust in a higher power. A skeptic might view the staircase as the work of a highly skilled but undocumented craftsman, dismissing the story's miraculous events. A believer, on the other hand, sees the carpenter's arrival, the materials, and the construction itself as divinely orchestrated, transcending the coincidences. Miracles serve to inspire and sustain belief, especially in moments of doubt or hardship. The Loretto Staircase solved a practical problem, but its miraculous nature provided a deeper spiritual resonance for the sisters and the faithful. The carpenter arrived directly after the prayers, suggests a spiral staircase. The staircase design defines conventional engineering, adding to the element of mystery. Beyond its function, the staircase has become a symbol of faith and divine providence, inspiring countless pilgrims. In witchcraft and the occult, belief and intent are so critical. A ritual or spell only works if the practitioner fully believes in the process of the outcome. The parallels of the sisters' unwavering belief and their prayers would be answered. Both miracles and magical acts rely on the idea that unseen forces, divine or otherwise, respond to human intent and focus. Wood has long been regarded as sacred in many spiritual and magical traditions, holding both practical and symbolic significance. Its role in crafting magical tools relies directly on the connection with nature, the life, and the divine. Many traditions see trees as sacred, with some cultures even believing that they house spirits or serve as gateways to other realms, like Yggdrasil in Norse mythology or the sacred groves in the druid practices. Wood is considered to retain energy of the tree it came from, making it powerful material for channeling energy in spells and rituals. Spiral designs have also been revered across cultures and spiritual traditions as powerful symbols of transformation, cycles, and the spiritual ascension. Their recurring appearance in nature, art, and sacred architecture reflects their deep connection to the mysteries and the universe. Spirals are abundant in the natural world, appearing in shells, hurricanes, galaxies, and even DNA. Their presence reflects patterns of growth, evolution, and expansion. Movements that mirror life's journey. The spiral is often associated with the Fibonacci sequence, a mathematical pattern that describes harmony in nature. In spiritual context, the spiral represents the unfolding of the universe and the interconnectedness to all life. The double helix spiral design of the Loretto Staircase is more than a structural marvel. It's a metaphor for spiritual ascension. Walking the staircase could be seen as a meditative act, symbolizing the journey from earthly concerns to heavenly contemplation. The spiral reminds us that life is not a straight line, but a beautiful winding journey, one that carries us through challenges, renewals, and ultimately toward transformation. Its mysterious origin enhances its mystical aura, making it a physical embodiment of the sacred spiral. Visitors and pilgrims often treat it as a sacred relic, with many leaving offerings and prayers of gratitude. The Loretto Chapel is now a privately owned museum, and the staircase draws thousands of tourists annually. Its legend continues to inspire books, documentaries, and debates, balancing the line between faith and reason. And I want to know, what do you guys believe? Does it matter if belief alone can make the impossible real? Have you ever had a miracle or something like this happen where you asked and the universe gave it to you? I want to know what you guys think about the whole thing about the staircase, the story, and I just really like the story about how the guy, this carpenter showed up right when they needed him, and how he built the staircase and the actual architecture of it itself, how there's no nails or no glue, like how is it held together. I would really like to go there and see it for myself, but just looking at the pictures and on this podcast, put the little pictures up here so you guys could see, just that alone, it kind of gives me this feelings of something happened there that was a miracle, that was magical. And what do you guys think about how intentions work? Do you think that this guy would have showed up and built the staircase if those sisters didn't pray? Do you think that it was actual answers to their prayers? Or do you think it was just a random coincidence that this guy showed up and then left? I don't know what you guys think. If you guys have ever been there, what you guys think about it. Have you ever seen it? What do you guys think about the architecture of it, how it was built? And so I just think it's a really cool story that I wanted to share with you guys, and just kind of bring it into the whole idea of faith versus skepticism. And if this is the way it works, if we can ask the universe or pray to the universe, and if we have the right intentions and our intent is powerful enough, and we let go, and the universe comes to answers our prayers. Like the staircase was built like a spiral. No one would have thought of that before they were trying to figure out how to get stairs to get up there. But there was not enough room in that tiny chapel to build like regular stairs. So it was a spiral, how they come up with that. It was a perfect solution to the answers to their prayers. But I don't know. I think that if we have intention and we use prayers and we use the correspondences that we're talking about on the show, about how everything, the elements and how everything connects. If we could do that, we can truly live magical lives and bring into our lives what we want. And so I hope you guys, like this story. I really do like this story. It's got mystery. It's got spiritual, divine intervention. And so I hope you guys like the story. I hope you guys are having a great day out there. Let's continue to just keep living, doing our thing, and having trying to live a magical life. And I want to thank you guys for listening. So have a great day out there. This is Matt's Owl from Temple of the Owl. Thank you for listening on the Troubled Minds Radio Network. That's KUAP Digital Broadcasting. Thank you guys for listening. I release the spirit of the owl. Have a great day. Blessed be.